Good morning. Welcome to Sending Ravens. We're going to have a look at our cards today. We've got the Eight of Wands and the Eight of Cups. Eights and eights. So two eights. Interesting. Eights are nice, strong cards. This Eight of Cups is sometimes abandoning something in a way, or not feeling fulfilled by it. Okay. And sometimes it's about going away and searching for something higher, or trying to find emotional fulfillment, and maybe in nature or spending time alone, or sometimes even he's a bit reminiscent of the Hermit, so maybe even taking spiritual time for yourself, okay? And I feel like with this card, the way it's aspected, it's saying you're looking forward to, or whoever's watching this, or somebody who's watching this, is looking forward, because that card's excited about something sometimes, especially if it's an archetype, and it's someone focused, very focused, a lot of energy being focused on a time apart or away. So maybe you're going on a trip, or spending some time in nature, or planning to take a little sabbatical of some kind, even if it's just for a few hours in a day, right? Because these are daily cards. So maybe I don't mean in a big way. Maybe I just mean you're planning on taking a few hours off today and not checking your phone. That's a sabbatical. Okay, so here in the past, so we've got the Knight of Cups in the past. So the idea to do this was like, it's like a heartfelt thing you want to do here. So there's a heartfelt desire to take some time for yourself and or replenish your energy somehow, your emotional energy or your spiritual emotional energy, both, right? Because to me, they kind of go hand in hand. Okay, now we've got the Nine of Cups. So the outcome of doing that and following your heart that way is very good. In the middle too, between you and the idea of taking a little time to yourself and or in nature, or on a bit of a sabbatical, or spiritually sort of going inward, we have the Seven of Pentacles. So I think a lot of things will be brewing and a lot of creative ideas. I feel like you go away or spend a little time, in nature, or doing something that's pleasurable and more inward, okay? So something more individual maybe. And you end up really replenishing somehow, because this card says what I feel like it'll be doing is a lot of things will be sort of brewing almost. This is almost like you're planting and you'll harvest later. So the results of this taking some time off might show up later in creative endeavors or ways of making income and or creative art forms, or you will grow harvest, okay, from whatever it is you're experiencing on this little time off you take. And even if the harvest is just feeling better and personally more grounded and having more energy, that's a harvest, right? So maybe that's what I mean. Okay, so the outcome is the Nine of Cups. So whatever your desired outcome is, whatever your desire is, because the Nine of Cups is a wish come true. And when it shows up in a reading at the end of the reading or as the outcome, it says whatever it is you're wishing for, you will get. And the only warning that comes with the card, and I wouldn't even say that was appropriate in this particular, the way the cards are aspecting, but I'll just mention the only warning and downside to the wish card, because you're getting your wish, is be careful what you wish for, that old-fashioned saying. So you're going to get what you wish for. So just being self-aware enough to choose things to focus on that are, healthy and self-loving, right? So if you're a self-aware enough person, and according to these cards, you're certainly searching for self-awareness looking at the cards here. Okay, and or self-fulfillment somehow, an emotional sort of connectedness with yourself. That's what the feeling of the whole reading is. And I feel like some of you watching may be going on a trip, and that's the way this could be very literal, where you're actually taking a sabbatical and going on a trip somewhere. And I feel like the travel aspect of the trip's going to be very good with this card and this Nine of Cups in the middle, because this is a traveling card and it can be literal, like your vehicle. So that looks good. If you were worried, it looks pretty good here around. I'm not seeing a vehicle disaster or scary things like that. I'm getting good cards around it. Okay, of course, be careful. I mean, don't be reckless, but it looks like everything should go well if you're, taking precautions, obviously. Okay, so we've got the Knight of Wands there. Now, the Knight of Wands is very sort of youthful, and there's an excitement to it. It's almost like being very inspired and a bit of a pioneer. So I feel like on this trip you take, you might do things slightly more maybe inspired than usual, and or youthful energy sort of really comes back, and you could go on some adventures. It looks very adventurous, to be honest. Okay, so I'm just going to pull two more clarifiers because that's just fun to do. So we've got the Four and the Justice. I feel like it's necessary. I feel like this trip you're going on, or even this sabbatical today, even if it's just for a few hours, is necessary for your balance with those cards here. So you need the downtime to balance your energy. You'll come into balance. It's not even like, it might be pleasurable and fun, but it's also necessary. We need to balance our life. We're not only here to work, and we're not only here to be for others, and sometimes we're here to just experience life and breathe in some nature, and be around people we love. Sometimes the pleasure part of life needs to take over. We can't just be about work. I need to hear this as much as anybody. Thank you so much for watching, and if you're enjoying the videos, do like and share and subscribe if you haven't already. Thanks.